Is a Universal Cruise Line coming? Comcast's incoming CEO just hinted at a high seas challenge to Disney. Guys, this could be dynamic shifting for the hospitality and experiences division. Is a Universal Cruise Line coming? Recent comments from the incoming Comcast CEO certainly seem to indicate that Disney's biggest competitor is about to challenge them on land and sea. For years, Disney Cruise Line has sailed unchallenged as the dominant entertainment brand at sea, but that era may be inching toward its final chapter. During this week's UBS Global Media and Communications Conference, Comcast president and soon-to-be CEO, co-CEO Michael Cavanaugh dropped a line so casually that many analysts didn't catch the real story hiding inside of it. So he said, and in the longer term, things like cruises that Disney does are opportunities that we have to take our scale in that space. And you can broaden that out beyond. So then he said, so I think being in the experiences business, as we changed from parks to its universal destinations and experiences, is a great team and a great position in the market. And just like that, the door has cracked open on something theme park fans have quietly speculated about for years. A Universal Cruise Line with no ambiguity, no dodging. He named Disney's cruise business directly and framed it as an opportunity that Universal intends to explore. Guys, this could be massive because Disney right now is kind of the only IP cruise line out there. Because you've got, you've got
Norwegian.
You got Norwegian, you've got Royal Caribbean, you've got all those cruise lines. I'm talking about an IP cruise line, a cruise line that is directly tied to a major film studio using characters from its library of content. So, on a Disney cruise, you've got the Disney characters, you've got the Marvel characters, you've got Star Wars characters, you've got Star Wars lounges, Haunted Mansion, bars, Tiana bars, a lot of bars, but themed pools, characters everywhere you look. I love a Disney cruise. I think Disney cruises are still the one place where Disney excels more than anybody else, and that's why the cruises are so expensive. But a Universal cruise, guys, when you look at what a Universal cruise could entail, you've got stuff like the Minions, you've got Mario, Nintendo at sea. I mean, come on, you would not be able to keep me off that ship if there was Nintendo on that boat. You've got DreamWorks, Shrek, Trolls, Kung Fu Panda, all of that great stuff. The Universal Monsters, Back to the Future, King Kong, Jurassic Park, Jaws on a cruise ship. I mean, that might be panic.
But I was waiting for you, Marvin. I was trying to give you a chance. I'm like, is he going to call out Jaws?
Yeah, you're right. I wasn't going to get there. But and even then, if they can get the rights from Warner Brothers for cruise lines, Harry Potter.
I've been calling this out for a long time, and I think Norwegian is the one that's going to do it. I have a feeling.
You think rather than start their own cruise line, they're going to align with another cruise line and kind of take over their ships?
I think so. Go ahead, Erica.
I think maybe financially that might be the safest thing to do before they really dive into the expense of building a whole fleet and really getting into the industry like that. Not to mention, I feel like the cruise line industry is so saturated with ships out at sea. I don't even know how they begin to fit and schedule more than what's already there with the current companies that are just like blockading the entire industry. I tend to lean more towards Royal Caribbean because they are such beautiful ships and they offer so much for all age levels. I could really see them hyping this up for kids with their IPs. But Norwegian in the past has licensed with some IP characters. Was it SpongeBob?
You are
one
correct.
of them.
They had a show on board. Mm-hmm.
So I could kind of see them maybe going that route, but
I disagree.
It's exciting.
I think Comcast right now wants to make a big, no pun intended, big splash in the experiences division. We saw it with the amount of money that they sunk into Epic Universe. I don't think they go with like, hey, Norwegian, can we commandeer one of your ships and make it a Universal cruise? I think if they're going to do this, they launch their own cruise line with 1, 2, or 3 ships in a fleet and just slowly start to build from there. They'll probably start it off with 1 ship. I could see maybe 2. Maybe you need 2 technically. Did Disney start with 1 or did they start with 3? Because I mean, I remember the earliest I remember is having 3, but they might have just started with the Magic.
I want to say it was 3 now that you mention it, and my brain is kind of
No, you're
jogged.
right. They started with 3 at first.
Yeah. So and you never know. I could be wrong about that. But it's just basically what I didn't start doing Disney cruises until the last like couple of years. But yes,
I've never been on a cruise,
now
and I'm
this,
literally torn between Disney or Royal Caribbean for our like our first cruise to kind of get my feet wet. No pun intended.
we have seen the parks and the experiences division discuss this in the past, right? We have seen recently they bought they trademarked the name Universal Cruise Line, and I think bought the URL for it as well. So I think this is a thing they have been considering for a very long time, but concept to creation, unless they're already working on it in the back right now, building ships. I mean, it takes years to build a cruise ship, unless you're doing what Disney is starting to do now, where they are buying older cruise ships and retrofitting them into Disney cruise ships.
They have 6 more coming in their fleet, guys. 6 more. Yeah.
I heard about that. I heard about that years ago when we looked into DVC. The guy that was selling us on DVC was like, "Yeah, there are 6 more ships," and this was back in oh gosh, it's been about 2017, 2018 is when we looked into it.
That also means Disney has a long head start on them. Universal would really have to hit the ground running with this. I think that the way that you do this is it's a new state-of-the-art ship, and it's basically Epic Universe on the water. You know, like that level of quality. How to Train Your Dragon, Nintendo, Harry Potter, all of those IPs that people like, especially Nintendo, especially right now with Nintendo is having such a moment. It would, oh my gosh, that would be amazing.
Could you imagine then doing like simulated style attractions on a ship? You know, where you create your video game and you write it. You create your own Mario Kart game and you get to write it. Kind of like what Disney used to do. I could see Universal kind of, let's do that and we can put it on a ship.
Culture Casino in the chat right now is saying they started with the Wonder and the Magic. So Disney apparently started with 2 ships, not 3. And then slowly built on from there. So guys, I mean, look, I love cruises. I love Universal. I typically now for cruises, I will do Royal Caribbean, like what you were saying, Erica. Their private island is exceptional in the Caribbean. Coco Key.
It looks awesome. Yes.
It's so good. And spend the extra money if you don't have kids with you to get a ticket to the adults only area of Castaway, not Castaway Key, of Coco Key. Because it is swim up bar, infinity pool, like just you never have to leave that area either. Like you don't have to go through the water parks or anything like that. They do tend to nickel and dime you a bit more, but it costs less than a Disney cruise does, far less than a Disney cruise does. Now that's not to say, and I say this as someone who likes Disney cruises. I like Castaway Key, Disney's private island, but it has got nothing on Coco Key. It's incredible. So
I've seen that in videos and pictures. I'm like, maybe we should try Royal Caribbean for our first cruise to get our feet wet and do like a short one just to kind of see how we take to being on a ship on the high seas. I don't know what my body's going to do. I'm kind of terrified.
Yeah, I've been on cruises where you can't feel the ship move at all, and I've been on cruises where I have gotten sick because the ship is a rocking. So the here's the other thing. If Universal is going to launch a cruise line, they're going to have to look into the private island business because every cruise line has a private island in the Caribbean.
And they keep buying more.
Yeah.
They keep adding to their island like library.
Disney just expanded with what I affectionately call Fly Island with Lighthouse Point, which
with
is
the buffet.
It's
the cheeseburgers.
Yep. Oh gosh, that video was disgusting. It grossed me out.
It is disgusting.
Not only do you get an uncovered half-mile walk from the ship to the island where you'll burn up, but then you get flies in your food constantly.
Yeah, no, that's
everywhere.
just crazy.
That did not have a smooth rollout, but that was also not a private island. That is a piece of a larger island. So we will see.
Yeah.
We will see, guys, whether Disney will continue to have dominance on the seas or whether Universal is coming in to throw them overboard.
Thanks for watching That Park Plays News. For more information, consider checking out www.thatparkplace.com. And don't forget to subscribe, share, like, and send this out on your favorite social media accounts.